Hello and welcome back to CK2 Stones. My name is Dave Pumphouse and here we go. Uh, for starters, excuse me, sorry, I know I'm always coughing and breathing into the mic. For starters, we had another corrupted video. You might have seen it, just at the beginning there. I always keep the window up when I'm starting a new video purely because it happens a lot. I don't know really what I'm doing wrong, but from time to time videos do get corrupted. So in what would think would be part 29, we were fighting in Egypt for a couple of years, trying to help out the King of Egypt. We were winning at one point, so at the end of the last video that did manage to save, we were in Cairo. We did fantastic there. Took a lot of back. We took out these guys who joined in the war as well. Excuse me, sorry. The king here. King Lanfranco of Egypt. He was up chasing up here, with about a 6 grand stack for a good couple of years, but he also had a 10,000 stack down here. He was just chasing. He was just chasing around. I don't know what happened. He must have been in a small army somewhere else because we were at like plus 30%. I want to say we were doing kind of well. I was, securing all the lands that he'd lost. It looked like we were winning because there was no big stacks of enemy around, and he must have been in a small stack because what happened was he got captured at plus 30%, and I was furious with him. I was shouting down the mic. I'd had enough last night. So this Crusader King right here, he he had a bit of bad luck. He got captured. Luckily he's released now, but it looks like the Mohammedans are back in business in Egypt. So they were away for a little while and now they're back. It looks like England's under a bit of a revolt as well. We don't know what's going to happen to England. That was a little bit of a thing that we saw at the end of the last video that got corrupted. The Masmedids looks like they're expanding a little over here. Aquitaine has gone, and Navarra has risen up. Must have been like a revolt here somewhere. We're trying to up the hospital still. I think that's a good idea. I don't know what's happened to this. I don't know why we're not building this up, but I mean, because this is our ancestral castle, I think that's probably better. There you are. So yeah, we've got the soup kitchen. I think I might want a chapel. I think, sure, we'll give plus 10 piety to anyone who's ever in power, but I mean, temple vassal opinion, it might be good. A library might actually up our. Actually, we could build a library. Actually, technology rate is good. Okay, yeah, we'll build a library next. We've had a few more sons and daughters over the years as well. We've got a good little bunch of people here. We do have a genius along the line. I think it's Pandolf here. He is a genius. He's looking pretty good. I think when he becomes of age, we'll make him our heir and say goodbye to Tasso over here, who hasn't worked out as well as we'd liked. Which is a shame. Keeps having daughters as well. It is a shame. I mean, he is racking up quite a lot of prestige, so maybe we'll take him as an heir and then give it back to Pandolf. I think that's probably a good idea. Maybe hope he doesn't have any sons. I mean, his wife is now 33, so she's getting on a bit. She's had a bastard son. That's not good either. Looks like our wives are cheating on us a bit. They're like these Gilbaos. They're not as good as they think they are, and they're right. Yeah, the history of the place. It's been a bit sketchy. These Manajarios are definitely the big boys on the block. Woke up this morning, hands and feet. I'm blessed by God. Good. Yeah, so yeah, the boar of Gilbao is the peasants are quite apart. An excellent idea. A happy peasant is a productive peasant. Yeah, the boar of Gilbao is coming back, but the Monajarios, they're still the big boys on the block as far as I'm concerned. Honesty has bounds. The Antenarios, these upstarts, are still our rivals. Just waiting for a daughter or a son to die. It better not be Pandulf. I'll be distraught if that happens. Grand Library, cool. We're doing some works on the palace as well. Trying to up our prestige a bit, and we've had a lot of what seems to be new trade republics come up as well. Don't need to upgrade anything quite just yet. Yeah, they're springing up all over the place. Propose that my daughter, 26, oh shit, are barely able to pay their taxes. Our coffers are empty. I humbly ask that you lower your tax for your cities. I mean, we're making good money. Flatter him and soothe him, I think. Minimal city taxes. Who wants to get married? Serene Doge Anarchus, okay, of the Sardinian Republic, wants to arrange a betrothal between this stutterer here, Lucas, and my 26-year-old daughter. I'm going to decline, but I am going to try and find you a husband, I think. You've got you're in Saxony. You were married at some point. Died in the dungeons. Ouch. She does have the lover's pox. Who can we infect with the lover's pox? Okay. Polonia, how are you doing? Let's get some arrange betrothal between my daughter and you. What about you? Can't do it. Won't accept. Byzantines. Can we palm them off to the Byzantines? Oh, looks like a lady's in charge. I don't know. Get married to him. Maybe we'll get a bit of money for you. No, don't want to do it. It's a shame. What about you? Arrange betrothal to her. Yeah, good. Get a bit of prestige in there. Excellent. I'm quite proud of this Eugenius, you know. I think he's done pretty well for the Republic. I think he's brought it back quite well from the brink. I mean, our poor old brother Loro as well. I mean, I forgot to mention him. He died. He actually died, and I think his son is in now the Teutonic Order because he's lost his claim to the dukedom of Dalmatia down here. Oh, Marshal. My son. I'll do it. He is now my new Marshal. My old Marshal was kind of getting old, and yeah, so Mr. Eugenius over here can research some tech. Not too bad for tech. Pomerania, by the looks of things, is getting fought over. It's a bit of a crazy world, you know. The Second Crusade for Egypt, we did it, but he only had it for a few years. It'll be interesting to see who gobbles him up. I mean, because he is, in all intents and purposes, an exiled king. Maybe the Italians might get the land here, and then they can maybe try and take back Egypt a little bit. I mean, because he's dying. I mean, he's celibate, so it was always going to go back to Italy, Egypt. They would have become a massive powerhouse. Infantry. Shall we get the infantry up? Many techniques. Pikeman attack, heavy cavalry attack, military organisation. I think we'll get the infantry up. That's important. Navarra. King of Navarra. He's a Catholic. Good. Nebelling. That's a family that's been around for a while. Yeah, we're just kind of waiting on the cash to build this library. Get the technology up. Hopefully we'll become better fighters. Maybe win a few wars against these Amalfi bastards. But it looks like Italy is now part of the Holy Roman Empire again. Will that be a good thing? Let's find out. A jihad for Anatolia. Ooh. That's not good. Word of an epidemic. Oh no, here it comes, here it comes. They received news of an epidemic in the Western Protectorate. The information is vague, but word is people are dying like flies, and the fear of the disease is spreading as fast as the affliction itself. Furthermore, the condition is reported irreversible as well as incurable, and the scattered records of the events are worrisome. With no source of evil revealed, people are turning to their gods in search and on each other to protect themselves from the contagion. Many call it a new plague. Where has the plague started? In the Western Protectorate. All the way up here. We must prepare. This guy, Eugenius, saw it coming. One major epidemic. The Black Death. Here it comes. It's emanated from China. Those Chinese sons of a bitches are giving us the plague. Will it spread as far as Europe? Ooh, probably will. And we've got a jihad for Anatolia on our hands. Can the Byzantines hold off? I hope so. Yeah, can you hold off the scattered tribes of the Muslims in the Middle East here. You know, stay connected, stay strong, and you'll manage it. What's our court like? Commander. We need a good commander. You seem pretty alright. Hospitals. The library. Pilgrims Inn. Peasant revolt for Aquila. Oh, the peasants have risen up. Pilgrims Inn. Piety to Leeds. Prestige. No, we want that library. Pilgrims Inn can come afterwards, maybe. But for God's sake, we need a bit of resistance to the plague. Ooh. Peculiar tradition, but I'll support the peasants. The peasants keep us in power. It'll be good for any government to remember that. A happy peasant is a productive peasant after all. Knight Jim of Valena. Oh, poor old Jim. My brother Jim died. Poor him. Yes, he went to join the Knights of Santiago, didn't he? Because he was just like, I'm going to carve out my own name. He didn't do too well. But he was a knight. A noble knight. A noble sir indeed. The Black Death cometh from China. How's it spreading? Oh, that's a big. Who is the Wei Empire? So I think it's still Wei. Daughter was born. Welcome to the clan. Wow, look at that spread. Coming through the Silk Road. And there's camp fever around the place. That's not going to be good. Ooh, look at that spread of the Black Death. The jihad fails. Good. Patrician of Venice. No, I don't want to kill him. Ooh. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, as the Chuckle Brothers would say. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Okay, England survived that rebellion, by the looks of things. Or maybe it's passed to a new guy. No, it's still Sorrenti, King Gregorius II. It looks like down here will become part of the Holy Roman Empire once he dies. Might be good. Can I declare war on you by any chance? Declare war. Establish tributary state. Do I dare it? Do I dare make Senge a tributary state? I could do. Maybe. Is he at war with anyone? No, he's at war. Christian defensive pact against the Holy Roman Empire. And Christian defensive pact against England. I mean, Senj has just been sitting there for a while, hasn't it? Just doing nothing. I'd rather take it, though, to be honest. I mean, we did have a couple of claims come in for Senj that we'd managed to fabricate, but we had to let them go because at the time we were fighting in Egypt and we didn't have the money. You know, it's a lot of ducats to fight a war. But I am intrigued to see how many men this guy has. 11,000. 4,000. Not very good. If it was more equal, we'd go back in there and claim back Demetia for our brother, which I think we should be able to do if we wanted to. No, really? City of Fuka. No, we can't. He's given up those titles apparently. Oh well. Put a garrison there just in case. As soon as it starts getting to these trade ports, it's gonna spread like a bitch. Yeah, look at that. Coming down the Silk Road. Patience is a virtue. How's the Black Death looking? Oh! Looks like it's stopped around Afghanistan and going into India. But it's gonna have to come down the Silk Road. It has to. Okay, measles has come out again. Good old Eugenius, making Venice great again, kind of. What about you guys? Yeah. What are the religions around here at the moment? All Catholic. They were Muslim for a little bit, but looks like they've all been converted. The Slavs are being pushed back. Germanics, Orthodox. Wow, coming into Scandinavia. Could the Germanics be pushed out? Tengris are all but gone. In Europe, that is. How's Black Pope doing? Hadrianus. He's been around for a while. 64. He's getting on a bit. Looks like a Frenchman might... A Frankish guy might become the next Pope. Come on, you've got to now claim the Kingdom of Ireland. You've got to. Okay, let's have a look at what's popping up here, because where is it? Oh, risk dynasties, governments, feudal, trade zones. Oh, Sardinia has been knocked out. It's only us and the Amalfis. What happened to Sardinia? Did they just form a kingdom or a dukedom and just call it a day? Looks like they did. Okay, well, let's have a look at going into Torres then for 524. What's 81? Could be a good investment. Indeed. Mysterious Jewish man. They're always mysterious. Oh, master schemer. Who's about in my court? 13, but she is my wife. I'm not going to kick my wife out. 16, my nephew. Ooh. Has my son come of age yet? Good old Pannendorf. Going to be coming of age soon. Strong. Okay, signed guardian. Send it to my steward. Look at that. Look at that prestige. 5,000. It's a lot. And the piety's not bad either. Hopefully he becomes a saint. I mean, because he did really good. The Confessor. Yeah, he's got to. He's got to become a saint, right? Maybe we can somehow interact with the Pope and get beautification, maybe. Christian divorce. No. You're at war. Swedish prepared invasion of France. The Swedes want France, do they? Yeah, the French are holding off. But the French have become like this weird Norman coastal kingdom. How they did it, we'll never know. How they held on against England. Weird. My daughter. Yeah, I'll accept that. If you want my daughter, take her. The Gilbaus will be respected once again. Excuse me. Make Venice great again. How's the Black Death looking? Oh, yeah, it's come through the Silk Road into Turkey. Oh, it's no longer. Oh no! Patrician Disaboya. These Disaboyas need to be taken down a peg, don't they? Wow. Okay. Mr. Jewman. Spy network. No. You know what? These Disaboyas. They need it. And children, that's a guardian. Oh yes, the genius people. Do I have room? I do. I'm looking after your sister, so I might as well look after you as well. Yeah. She's quick. She's okay. My nephew. Find you someone nice, mate. If I can find out whose son you were, and you married. Okay. Oh, what's that? Green fingers. He's been putting his fingers somewhere where he shouldn't, if they're green. Okay, let's marry someone nice. I mean, she looks kind of cool. Swaby. Yeah. Raffaello. Yeah. Ah. So Tasso. Yeah. His wife's not going to have any more kids. Can't do. So he'll be my heir, and then we'll give it to Pendolph. He's become a bit of a schemer. Bit of a good guy, actually. Maybe we should try and find you a wife. A wife for Pandolph. Pandolph. A woman. No. Search all. My religion group for sure. Genius, please. I know there's a fine line between genius and madness, but that's just the way it'll go. A Bedouin. Interesting. Okay, what about just attractive then? Oh, not a lot of great stats. Oh, she's quick and attractive. Adrienne. Yes. That'll do. Yep. All of them are married. Yeah, my wife. Age of 52. Can we maybe try and find another one? Another genius wife. Maybe she's a giant. Oh, you know what? Let's marry a giant. Eugenia. Let's get her involved. Yeah, I want a giant. I want to see if I can have a giant kid. How's the Black Death looking? Oh, it's reached Constantinople. Almost. Can the Black Sea stop it? Wenching. We'll go wenching. Although we are lustful. I won't get a sainthood with lustful, that's for sure. But I don't want to become depressed either. It's a hard choice. Get the chapel and the pilgrims in. Chapel will increase disease resistance. My nephew. Okay. We'll find you someone. Take her. No, too costly. Hold a debutante. She'll do. There you go. Now shut up. Excellent. Quit your moaning. This Black Death is going to scare the shit out of me. Known as the Old. An old black man as Pope. Come on, you could have called him something better than the Old. The peasants are revolting again. I mean, he's old, but he's a great marshal. Look at that. Excellent. Holy War and a flat terrain master. That's what you want. Loot. Oh yeah, Lootburger. Sign Guardian, does it really matter? No, probably not. Oh, I can shut the gates. Has it arrived? Oh! It's crossed the Black Sea into mainland Europe. Into Venice. It's here. Oh, I've got it. I've got it. Oh no. Shit. Intrigue. Shut the gates. Compose a book. Let's shut the gates. Shut the gates. We've got it. It's too late. India ravaged by plague. Oh, the plague has spread across India, from the North River Plains to the southernmost strip of Kanyakumara. While the people sought refuge in the temples at first, now they too lay deserted. Only corpses bowing before the gods. Oh no. Bodies bloated beyond recognition float down the Ganges. Ooh, it's the end of days, isn't it? I've got the plague. Oh, I tried to get a good night's sleep, but I am tormented by horrible recurring nightmares of our people. And the hurtful words begin to get to me. Died of the plague. Ugh. So endeth Eugenius. Eugenius the Confessor died of the Black Death. So be it. Well, there you have it. Eugenius, he had a good run. And before we forget about it, we're going to make this guy our heir and regent. Eugenius had a great life. The hero of Tobruk, crusader, defender of Egypt. Historians will in this alternate universe say that if Eugenius had told the king of Egypt to stay where he was and not run around in small stacks, Egypt would never have been lost to the Mohammedans. He was a genius. He did make Venice great again. He tried to he knew it was coming. He was a man before his time. He knew the Black Death was coming, and as luck would have it, it killed him. Well, I mean, what a fun character to play. I liked him. I'll remember him for a long time, and so should you. And let's see what Tasso can do in the next video. Toodaloo.